Good morning. Today we are studying about the angle of the contact. To study about this, first we have to know the definition of the angle of the contact. It is the angle drawn from the tangent, at the point of the contact. At the point of the contact on the surface tension, on the surface tension is called angle of the contact. The angle of the contact means it is the angle drawn from the tangent at the point of the contact on the surface tension. Then we are calling it as what? Angle of the contact. To explain about this, let us consider a diagram. In this case, we are considering the water, and here we are considering the tangent line drawn perpendicular. We are considering here theta. When we are considering the water, here in this case we have to, what will happen? We have to study. In this case, when we are considering the water, here it should be at the angle of the acute angle. Acute angle means what? It should be less than the 90 degree. Here we are studying it should be acute. In the water or the ordinary water or the ordinary glass, it should be in the acute angle, and here we can call it as concave menicus. Here we are considering in the concave menicus. It should be the concave menicus. When we are getting the concave menicus, when it is the acute angle, that time we are getting the concave menicus in the ordinary water or the ordinary glass. In the ordinary glass and the ordinary water, we are getting one is your acute angle and other one is your concave menicus. So in the same way, just we are studying in the other one. Now let us consider a mercury drop. When we are considering the mercury drop, it should be greater, or we can call that it should be at obtuse. When it is obtuse, then we are getting in the convex menicus. We are getting in the convex menicus. It is the mercury drop. Okay, in the mercury drop, we are getting the obtuse angle, which is more than the 90 degree, and here we are getting the convex menicus. If it is more than 90 degree, we have to call it as convex menicus. If it is less than 90 degree, we can call it as concave menicus. This is how we have to study the angle of the contact. Now in this case, we can study that the angle of the contact can have any value between 0 to 180. The angle of the contact should be about 0 to 180. Then we can call it as an angle of the contact. And the angle of the contact we can also study in the ordinary water and the mercury also. This is just about your angle of the contact. In the same way, we have to study about the capillary. Now, capillary means what? It is a fine tube. It is a fine tube or a uniform fine tube which is having the diameter. This tube is consisting of the fine tube which is having the diameter of the fine tube. This we are calling as the capillary, or again one more is the capillarity. Capillarity, same way. When a tube which is immersed in the water, okay, what will happen in the water we have to study. Now let us consider here there is a water. In this surface we are considering, we have dipped the tube. When we have dipped the tube, the water level goes on increasing. In the water, when we are applying the capillary tube in the water level goes on increasing. In the same way, we are taken another one more is your capillarity. let us consider a vessel. In that vessel we are applying the mercury. Here we are considering the water, and in this case we are considering the mercury. Now let us consider a capillary tube which is dipped in the mercury. When it is dipped in the mercury, what will happen? There will be no rise in the mercury, but there will be fall in the rise of the mercury. There will be the fall of the rise in the mercury. In the water, it wets the surface, but here it does not wet the surface. That is the difference between the water and the mercury. Water wets the surface, mercury does not wet the surface. In the water, there will be the rise of the level, but in the mercury, there will be the fall of the level in the capillary tube. Now, the rise or the fall of the level. Rise or fall of the level depends upon the diameter of the tube. Depends upon the diameter of the tube. To explain all this, again we are considering one application, that is formation of the drops. Formation of drops. Now let us consider a raindrop. Let us consider a raindrop. It is in the spherical surface. It is in the spherical surface. So when we are considering the raindrop, it should be in a spherical shape. When we have taken that drop, here the inner pressure will be more. Inner pressure will be more than the outside due to the pressure. So that is why we can call it as was spherical shape, and this is the formation of the drop. In the formation of the drop, just we can tell that it should be in a spherical shape, and when we are seeing the drop, it should be in a spherical, and we can tell that inside there will be a more pressure than the outside the pressure. Now again one more we are studying here, formation of the spherical or formation of the bubbles. Now let us consider a soap bubble. Okay, it should be always in a spherical shape. We know that soap bubble should be also in a spherical shape. Here also we are considering the inside pressure is more than the outside pressure. Example, soap bubbles. Okay, these are the some examples for your bubble. Here also in this case and in this case we are getting the same. Here also what we are telling, inner force will be more than the outside force. Here also inner force will be more than the outside force. Here also we are using the angle of the contact. Now next other one is capillarity or capillary action. The rise or fall of the liquid level. The rise of the fall of the liquid level, we can call it as what? Capillary action. This is called as the capillary action. Now next we are studying about the expression for the surface tension and the capillary action. Now let us consider the diagram. In the diagram we are considering a vessel. In that vessel there is a water, and we are inserted the capillary tube in the water. When we are inserted the capillary tube in the water, there will be the increase in the level of the capillary tube. Okay. Now let us consider, here we have considered the angle P, and angle is theta. Now next we are considering P sin theta and P cos theta. Now let us consider surface tension. We know that surface tension T is equal to rho g r h by the 2 cos theta. Now let us consider h. H is for height of the level of the water. Next, h is equal to 2t cos theta by rho g r. T is the surface tension. Now let us consider rho means it is the density of a liquid. T means surface tension. G means acceleration due to gravity. R is radius. H is the height of the water level. Therefore, the expression for the surface tension and the capillary action is H is equal to 2p cos theta by rho g r. This is the expression for the surface tension and the capillary action. Now, some important questions on the chapter 10. Define fluid thrust, define fluid pressure. What is the SI unit of the pressure? Either pressure is a scalar or a vector quantity. What is gauge pressure? Take Pascal's law. Write one application for the Pascal's law. What is the streamline flow? Give one example. Next, what is turbulent flow? Give one example. Next, we are studying take Bernoulli's principle. What is dynamic lift? Define viscosity, coefficient of the viscosity, and write the SI unit for the viscosity and coefficient of the viscosity. What is Reynolds number? What is surface energy? What is surface tension? What is angle of the contact? What is the capillary action? And write the cause for the capillary action. These are the some questions on the chapter 10.